NewYorkBangers.com. NewYorkBangers.com.
Yo, 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 what's up, everybody? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Let's go ahead and turn this down just a tad bit. What's up? We're going to wait for a couple people to come in this morning. Get up, get up. Everybody should be up at this time. Usually I'm out getting my little exercise right. I try to get that early in the morning or earlier than I do this. But I said, you know what? Let me just go ahead and start it. I said I was going to get up and do, the show. So I said, let me go ahead and do that. I'm going to open up the phone lines this morning. Hopefully everybody having a blessed day. We made it to the weekend. We here. If you want to call in, I'm going to give you that opportunity to call in. Even if you want to call in, even if you want to be on the screen, you can be on the screen. But I'm feeling that beat. That kind of got me right. But I want to get right into it today. We not with no time to waste here. And let's go ahead. And I'm gonna put this on pause because I kind of like this beat. I kind of like this. I'm gonna share this to myself. I kind of like this beat. I didn't have nothing to do with it. Let me put this on pause real quick because that was kind of tight. But without further ado, I am going to pop up the number here. You guys can give me a call if you like. Welcome to Pontiac WYAC in the morning. You guys can wake up with me real quick. 248-905-1128, 248-905-1128. Go ahead and share. Don't be a hater this morning. Go ahead and share. Go ahead and share. I am and I will be sharing my screen, and I'll be wanting to talk about something today. And let's go ahead and put this up. I want to show what's going on here. Let's go ahead and check out this news story, which I think is a very important news story. And let's get to it. You guys go ahead and stick with me, and let's check it out. About Pontiac, you know what I'm saying? We move.
Well, we have good news out of Pontiac, where demolition of the Phoenix Center is running ahead of schedule. Local leaders making that announcement this morning while detailing the next phase of the project to revitalize downtown.
Yeah, that is some good news. And we've been telling you about the multi-million-dollar demolition. Tonight, 7 News Detroit's Darren Cunningham in Pontiac, hearing the voices of community leaders, people who live there, and businesses about what's still in store.
This is what's left of the Phoenix Center parking deck, which I'm told should be knocked down within a week. Crews getting to this point of the project earlier than expected.
From high above the Phoenix Center demolition site in Pontiac, you'll see signs of progress. Water mist cannons minimizing the spread of dust produced by the grinding of rubble, keeping excavators in motion, clearing the way for what's to come downtown on Saginaw Street.
It's hard to see it go, but I understand it.
DeMar Bias, a lifelong Pontiac.
Now, this brother right here, he does a lot in the community, a lot in the city, period. He does an awesome job with Buck. Great mentoring, you know what I'm saying? And people are coming out. People are coming out and starting to get behind this project. What's up, son? How you doing, buddy? Hey, I came on in the morning. All right. But doing a great job, and he's doing just he's just doing a wonderful job. A lot of people are supporting what's going on downtown Pontiac. It's the revitalization, and I know a lot of people didn't want to really get behind it. I'm gonna be honest with you, a lot of older folks, you should have did blah blah, and I heard all the grumblings and the rumblings, and I get that and I understand that, but we have to move and progress. You know what I'm saying? I think it's going to be a wonderful, wonderful thing. Let's get back to the bar.
Resident happened to stop by the site Thursday morning as officials announced what's coming next, including 2 new parking garages with over 1,000 parking spaces and multiple EV charging stations.
I see the transition and change that could be taking place. So I'm okay with it. I mean, it's a lot of residents is like, oh, we don't have it anymore, but change and transition happens. So we just got to.
That's what I was just talking about. Exactly what I just said. I didn't even see this interview last night. I saw a smidgen of it. Councilwoman Melanie Rutherford sent me a link to it. I didn't get a chance to take a look at it yesterday or last night. But this is exactly what I'm talking about. You have to go ahead and embrace the change that's coming. You got to.
EV charging stations.
I see the transition and change that could be taking place. So I'm okay with it. I mean, it's a lot of residents is like, oh, we don't have it anymore, but change and transition happens. So we got to adapt with it and roll with it.
Oakland County Executive Dave Coulter says this vacant building next to the site, a former GM headquarters, will be renovated and about 700 county employees will work there.
That's going to bring so much foot traffic right there. That is going to bring so much foot traffic. It's going to be inexplicable. You know what I mean? I can't even. Let me put another better view here right quick because I want you guys to really be able to see what it is that I'm looking at here. I want to be able to make sure you guys can really see what I'm looking at here. All right. Bet. So I really want you guys to really make sure that you're seeing this. You know what I'm saying? Let's get back to it. 700 new people downtown. That's going to be major. That's going to be major. And I don't see why people not embracing that, don't want that. It's been people that don't want that. That's crazy. I'm going to give you a great example. We had the Woodward Dream Cruise. There was no foot traffic downtown, in the heart of downtown last week. None. So when you have a situation like this with new foot traffic, new people, new money, new interaction, those type of situations are going to bring opportunities, businesses, new relationships, just new all over the place. I'm feeling that, and I like this, what's going on.
You got to adapt with it and roll with it.
Oakland County Executive Dave Coulter says this vacant building next to the site, a former GM headquarters, will be renovated and about 700 county employees will work there.
It started a domino effect of other developers and others saying, I want to be a part of this. If I was a younger and richer man, I'd be investing in downtown Pontiac.
Erebus, the popular haunted attraction, has sat directly across the street from the Phoenix Center for 25 years, having seen it in better days through its demise.
We were actually at City Hall yesterday. We looked a little bit at the site map, and it's going to be absolutely stunning.
As long as this building was in the middle, I believe it was a disenfranchisement of sense, but now we have the opportunity.
So we have Councilwoman Melanie Rutherford, District 1, and downtown is basically part of her district, if I'm not mistaken. But this is a huge, like I say, this is a huge undertaking. I think it's great, man, sometimes for development to really take, you got to hit a blow right away. Little smidges and picks and pounds right here and there, that's good. But when you really land a blow, when you really land something that's going to be a substantial difference, and how much more substantial difference can you make than going ahead and going and dealing with the Phoenix Center? I'm so excited about this whole situation with the Phoenix Center and what's going on. And then the Woodward Loop is going to be and then opening up the Clinton River Trail. It's going to be so much that's going to go ahead and reconnect downtown Pontiac, free it up, bring some more business, more eyes, and more people coming down to spend money. Let's go ahead and listen and commentate.
We were actually at City Hall yesterday. We looked a little bit at the site map, and it's going to be absolutely stunning.
As long as this building was in the middle, I believe it was a disenfranchisement of sense. But now we have the opportunity to do something different, something new, and something vital.
With an influx of county employees headed to work downtown, McLaren, the city's largest employer, also anticipates expansion to meet emergent healthcare needs.
It is going to broaden our scale so that we can bring on new programs and services to the community that has not been specifically in Pontiac.
Pontiac Mayor Tim Grimel says the domino effect keeps.
Now that's something I didn't know. I didn't know a brother was, the CEO of McLaren. There we go. We'll take that.
Something vital.
With an influx of county employees headed to work downtown, McLaren, the city's largest employer, also anticipates expansion to meet emergent healthcare needs.
It is going to broaden our scale so that we can bring on new programs and services to the community that has not been specifically in Pontiac.
Pontiac Mayor Tim Grimel says the domino effect keeps evolving.
We've already got 2 major residential projects in our downtown that are moving forward in a few years.
So, listen, I think this administration, and a lot of people are going to have a lot of, a lot to say, yay or nay about it. I like some of the strides that this administration has done. You know what I mean? And I know a lot of people have their personal opinions on it, but I believe some vital steps have been taken to overall and betterment the city of Pontiac. And I'm gonna tell you, a lot of times I go around because I'm doing the type of work that I do, and I do hear a lot of people complain just to be complaining. For real, I hear. I'm not saying that you don't complain and make your voice heard and this and that, but it makes no difference a lot of times on what you do. It's not gonna be good enough. You should be doing this and that. People always got some shit to say. You know what I'm saying? But I think the officials and the elected officials that we have so far have been progressive. Really the last couple of administrations, I know with Ms. Waterman, her bringing in, help bringing in United Wholesale Mortgage. I mean, there's some strides that have happened. And out of all the bad people want to go ahead and point that out, but we got to look at the good things that are happening. The good things. What's up, Pam? Good morning. So yeah, I think some good things going on. Even like, Pam got her spot. There's some new things, inspiring things, that's coming to Pontiac, and that's already here.
So,
but we just got to hang on and be a part of it and give our contributing factor. But don't always look to complain all the time. Yeah, there always could be some things that's different or that you want different or better. But just know that things are moving forward. Are we doing motion? Are we in motion, or are we progressing? I'd rather be in progressing than in motion, because motion, you can just be moving, doing nothing. But progression, and I believe the direction is going forward.
That we can bring on new programs and services to the community that has not been specifically in Pontiac.
Pontiac Mayor Tim Grimel says the domino effect keeps evolving.
We've already got 2 major residential projects in our downtown that are moving forward. In a few years, downtown Pontiac is going to look completely different.
Officials say the project is.
And I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to, man, you don't know how bad I'm looking forward to that, because that's going to be good for everybody, including me. I want downtown to be, downtown Pontiac should really, since it's the heart of Oakland County, should be competing with downtown Birmingham. And I'm going to tell you, this is one of the things that upset me over the weekend, as far as the Dream Cruise weekend. The population of things really going on as far as downtown, the Woodward corridor, really was given to Birmingham, Bloomfield, going into Bloomfield, Birmingham, going on further down into Royal Oak. It's between those 2 communities that really benefit the most, really, for real, Bloomfield to Royal Oak, with Dream Cruise like that. And it's like Pontiac is kind of left out. And I noticed that because I was riding my motorcycle Friday night, the night before the main official of the Woodward Dream Cruise. And I went down, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to roll through downtown Pontiac. I'm going to chill or whatever. It wasn't nothing. It was dead. As soon as I got to Bloomfield, traffic jam. That's where all the cars was. That's where the people were, and I couldn't even, you know what I mean? It was, and so it's time for Pontiac to reclaim those things. And the way you're gonna do that is having a vibrant downtown. The call-in number, I will give it to you. The call-in number is 248 905-1128. 248-905-1128. You can call in right now. The line is open for you. 248-905-1128. So I'm looking forward to, what Mayor Grimo said. The next couple of years, it's going to be totally different. It's going to be some new businesses, new faces, new money, new foot traffic. It's going to be right. It's going to be right. It's going to be competing with downtown Rochester. And, when you go downtown Rochester, you go downtown, even downtown Royal Oak. We got a phone call early this morning. Let's see. Hold on one second here. Good morning. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I'm just grateful to be able to catch you.
Hey, this Pam? Is
there feedback? Is there a kickback?
Okay, 1, 2. Can you hear me, or is it better now? Is it a little bit still of an echo?
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but I hear an echo also.
Okay, let's see if I can fix that real quick. Okay, how about now? Is it better?
Let's see. Yeah.
Hold on one second. Hold on one second. We might have to have you call right back. Hold on one second. We gonna Pam, call right back, or I'm gonna call you real quick. Hold on one second. Let's see if I can call you. We can't be. Here we go. All right, this should be better.
Okay. Good morning.
What's happening, Pam? Well, we have little tech difficulties. Ain't nothing wrong with that. How you doing?
That's all right. Listen, that thing's still trying to chase me down. Do you hear me?
What thing?
I can't even mention his name, honey. The one that's always trying to keep some trouble going.
You better stay away.
They better stay away. I serve a mighty one.
Yeah,
I'm serious.
Nothing but the blood.
I'm covered, baby, covered.
Yeah.
You know what, Asante? Thank you for highlighting the changes and the motion in Pontiac. Mm-hmm. And I am grateful to see transformation in my city. To come and to be here and to be moving around in Pontiac and to see motion and movement and growth, it is just like such a blessing. Mm-hmm. I don't know how so many people are missing it and taking up so much airspace on negativity, because once again, who doesn't want to be able to be someplace where they can enjoy living and doing things?
Mm-hmm. You know what, Pam, I'm going to be honest with you. The people that I hear the most complaining, it be really the older people. You know what I'm saying? and I get it. I get when I say older, and I can say, look, I'm almost older. You know what I mean? I'm 40. I'm about to be 50 in a minute.
And I definitely am older.
Right, but I'm talking about maybe, a little bit, I'm like, I don't want to get older and start complaining all the time. I get it, though, you know what I mean? And nothing against, I love my elders and whatever, but I'm noticing I hear just a lot of complaining on what is and what isn't. And we can't stay in the past forever. We just can't.
Well, we can't.
Right.
And to your sentiment about not getting older and complaining, you're practicing now.
Yeah.
You're practicing now. If you're going to be a critiquerish younger person, you're going to be critiquerish when you get older.
Right.
So that's fact number one, okay? And change is always difficult. Change is difficult for everyone. Mm-hmm. However, a man that can't change, you know what do they say? It's a pitiful bed.
Mm-hmm.
Change is good. It's difficult and it's okay.
Yeah.
But I'm excited to see all of the transformation of Pontiac.
Me too.
Now, the challenge is going to be for people to be ready when the change happens.
Got to be ready.
Because the next thing they'll be said is how they can't afford to be in the mix-up.
And so, hey, look, it ain't right. It ain't like we ain't riding past it every day. It's like, hey, get ready, it's coming. You better get your. You can't depend on somebody to do everything for you now. You know what I'm saying?
Amen. And as what you said about Birmingham and the surrounding communities, where people say, that's where a lot of people do go. They go because they have the things that people, you can enjoy. Yeah. Who wants to work all their life and can't do anything in an area?
Yeah.
Not me.
Right.
I want to be able to enjoy where I lay my head at. Finally. So that's all I got to say to that.
Yeah. Thanks, Pam, coming in. Hey, I'm going to start doing this probably every morning. I'm going to try to stay faithful with that, but please come on in. And sometime I could show your face on here. You come on in the morning. I know you're busy globetrotting.
Well,
you know what I mean?
You know that's the truth. I was grateful to be able to catch you this morning. I said, oh, yes, they're talking about the motion in Pontiac. That's positive. Yeah. That's all I want to see. That's all I'm going to be a part of.
Absolutely. All right. Thanks, Pam. Have a good one.
Okay. Have a great one. Bye-bye.
Hey, that was Miss Pam Anderson. But thank you for echoing that sentiment right there. That's all, the motion or the progress that's happening in the city of Pontiac. I'm for it. I'm happy. You know what I mean? I'm happy to see it. Like I said, and when I was talking to her, a lot of lot of times, we should have did this with the Phoenix Center. We should have did that with the Silver Dome. We all feel certain ways. You know what I mean? And I get it because those are staples of our childhood or, parenthood when we was, depending on how old you are. And there's, you're doing this for downtown. You should have did this for that and put the money. And I get that, and I understand all of that. You know what I'm saying? But every city needs a vibrant downtown. It needs it. I mean, because once you kind of have that, it starts to spread. That bring money and attractions. That bring big business. That brings extra foot traffic. That brings opportunity, new businesses. And at the end of the day, it all comes down to, man, I don't care what nobody says. It comes down to commerce, to money. I was a part of a meeting the other day, and we were talking about all the things that we would like to do, we were talking about all the things that we would like to do as far as making movement, but you got to have money to make these things happen. And that and having a situation where downtown is becoming more vibrant and more open and more consistent to what's going around and surrounding communities, it allows Pontiac to compete on a financial basis and attractiveness to big companies and small businesses alike, and bring them in and hire people, new opportunities. And then when you have money or you have some type of money, commerce flowing, some electricity flowing through the pipeline, then you can go ahead and do more outreach in the communities. You can do more give backs. You can do more philanthropy. You can do a lot of, but everything and all things cost. You can't have everybody work on volunteer work. You know what I'm saying? So, with it being what it is, I'm very happy and what's going on downtown. I appreciate the work that that Councilwoman Melanie Rutherford has done. Everybody that was highlighted on the screen, DeMar Bias, even Mayor Tim Grimo, and I believe these are all people that have did great things in the community. They have made tremendous strides within the community, helped in different ways. And what's going on, Mr. Washington, the Pro Tem City Council, Pro Tem Washington, who's done a great job in his district and throughout the city of Pontiac, and has done great things. So, look, I'm just continuing to, I'm just continuing to be behind the city. I work periodically with the city doing things as far as in the capacity that I help with. But it's always my objective to make Pontiac look as good as it possibly can. Understanding that there is some struggles and there's always going to be problems no matter where you are, but always find that silver lining through my lens when I do help out with things that the city of Pontiac has been a blessing for real for me in a lot of ways. You know what I'm saying? Just not in just opportunity, but the ability to what's up, Phil? What's happening? So like, yeah, I say that I was just talking about this, Phil. I'm like, yeah, so the city of Pontiac has been a great blessing to me, with just, help giving me some opportunity, but, just being a part, more than just the opportunity is it's the being a part of the progression. So I really feel like what's going down in the city of Pontiac, what's happening in Pontiac is a great thing. And I think a lot of people in the community should get behind it, because we as people that love Pontiac want to see it succeed, want to see downtown become vibrant again. And like I said, I was just very disappointed how, when I looked at what really kind of made me upset again, people, was like when I went to the Woodward Dream Cruise and I was just hanging out for a little bit and I'm looking around and I'm like, yo, what happened? Our downtown is not vibrant like it used to. And I believe that feeling is going to be coming back with this reconstruction, new opportunities, jobs, foot traffic. Now we're going to be able to compete with Birmingham, Rural Oak, you know what I'm saying? Places like that. You're going to be able to compete with downtown Auburn Hills, Rochester, and stuff like that. You need things like that. You need your downtown to be vibrant, more than one or two different types of shops. You know what I mean? You need an assortment. And you got and when you have more foot traffic, you have 700 new people coming down or more people coming down. It's going to bring their families down. It's going to bring their ideas and money down. You know what? I'm going to open up this pottery shop down here. I'm going to open up shoe repair. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all, and then when you have a smorgasbord of, you never know. You have a smorgasbord of businesses downtown. Then you get a smorgasbord of people. And then you get a smorgasbord of money. Then you get an opportunity for the city of Pontiac also to cover more and highlight more stories of what's going on instead of the same things. You know what I'm saying? So I'm behind this. I'm happy. You know what I mean? And like I say, we always can find stuff to complain about. And I see it every time. I see it all the time. But let's not highlight really what's the bad. You know what I mean? Of course there's bad. There's bad in any city and community. But let's look at the good. I think this is one of the great positive things that we can get behind with the city of Pontiac, because it's about time. 248-905-1128 if you'd like to call in real quick, 248-905-1128. But like I say, our elected officials, you know what I'm saying, I believe have did a great job with this. We're really pushing the envelope to get this done. I think our not only elected officials, people like DeMar Bias, that's a great face in the city of Pontiac. He does great work, great mentorship in the city of Pontiac, a good resident, a good representation wherever he goes outside of the city of Pontiac, you know what I'm saying? He's always involved. People like that, you know what I'm saying? I don't know Dave Coulter personally, nice fella. He seems to have behind him, the people that, want to make the move to make downtown, because, so many years, I'm be honest with y'all, so many years, Oakland County went L. Brooks Patterson. Now, I used to do mortgage back in the day. Now, I ain't gonna say back in the day, like whenever, forever ago, but L. Brooks Patterson didn't care about Pontiac like that. He didn't care about Pontiac like that. So to have a county exec that actually cares about Pontiac and bringing something to Pontiac, they wouldn't, if L. Brooks Patterson was still alive and he was the man, and who remember L. Brooks Patterson? I remember, man, look, I went to one day, this is when I was doing mortgage, I was a loan officer, so I had a lot of free time. If you work on commission, so I'm up here, you go everywhere to get business as a loan officer. I used to go to the bar, you know what I'm saying? Because I know that's where businessmen hung out at. So I go to the bar like at 12 o'clock. They be there getting drunk. Now, I wasn't up there getting drunk, getting messed up, but I sit at the bar because I know that's where the businessmen will go at lunchtime. Or they'll be there for a couple hours I'll go there. L. Brooks Patterson will be up in there. Hey, yo, I ain't gonna say, but L. Brooks Patterson will be up in there, right? He didn't care about no doggone Pontiac. Not at all. You know what I'm saying? And so to have a county exec in there that actually cares about Pontiac, that's, you know what I'm saying, that's a good thing. Brett Barker, what differentiates vibrant county seats such as Detroit, Mount Clemens, and Grand Rapids at Riverwalk? And, you know, I like that idea, Brett. What I do believe with that, I don't know what's kind of happening with the talks of the Clinton River Trail, but I'm thinking some of that's going to be opened up downtown where there might be some water, some type of waterfront, something that they're working on, I believe. I know Dr. Semino Scott of Pontiac Collective Impact Partnership was talking and was working on something like that and had a presentation downtown. But I think the Clinton River Trail, if that can be opened up as far as the water, and it flows, because it flows right up under downtown. So I don't know what the Clinton River flows right up under downtown. I don't know if they're gonna break it open it up, but that'd be sweet if they did something like that. Because if you had some water flowing through downtown Pontiac, that'd be dope. That'd be real good, because then that also opens up another possibility to have people coming down and being able to enjoy it with their family. Let me see here. Try to put this. There we go. Let me see what this is, Brett. Let's see what this comment says. If you like to call in, you can. I'm working on the screen that's a little small. I love how you promote people in your city. That's love. People need to learn that people in their city, state got motion, who are actually taking action steps. Yeah. I mean, and that's what it's all about. We all could complain. And like I say, I hear complaining every week with people at the city. I'm going to talk about this probably Monday. The city council meetings, you know what I'm saying? And that's where you go and state your grievances. But I hear more grievances than, hey, regardless, you're doing a good job, X, Y, and Z, blah, 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 blah. So, you know, I mean, speak truth to power, but also, you know, let's have a yin and a yang. And I believe, like I say, the city is doing, has made strides, like I say, even with the, you know, the thought of Pontiac Central building getting taken care of. I'll take a call, 248-905-1128, 248-905-1128. When you call, you get around 2 to 3 minutes per call. I'm going to start doing it like that so I can have a flow. But 248-905-1128, please feel free to call in, state whatever you want to feel. But this is, morning, I'm going to be talking about, you know, different things in Pontiac and what's going on, and highlighting, you know, the good news. It's a lot of bad news, but highlighting the good news, because there's a lot of good news too. It's just that we don't concentrate on those things, you know what I mean? And we got to learn to concentrate on the good news. Even in our personal life, we tend to dwell on the hardships, you know what I mean? And that's human nature. I do it, you know what I'm saying? Because those one or two things that are bad could be very, very bad. But you also got to remember the good things. The good things is what gets you up in the morning, for real. So here we go. Hold on 1 second here. All right, caller, you're on. Who am I speaking with?
Hi there, Asante. This is Brett Barker, also known as Brett Reynolds. We've spoken before.
Brett, I like that. I think.
How are you doing, buddy?
I'm good. Good morning. How are you today, man?
I'm doing fine, thank you. I wanted to let you know, we had two, they call them community conversations is what the phrase they're using. But we had two this week regarding the DPW building, sort of after the fact, even though the deal is done. They sort of backed into it. But people need to know these buildings were open, these meetings were open to the public. They were not very well promoted. One had 14 in attendance.
Oh, wow.
By the end of the evening. We started with 9. People are mad at me on Facebook because I wrote, we didn't have a minion, which is a minion is 10 people praying, as some people know. Now it has a different meaning. But we didn't have a minion at the first meeting until halfway through. You know, we started with 9 people, and then at about 7, it started at 6, and then about 7, we were up to 12. So, and then by then the presentation was over. Last night at the Bowen Center, there was a second of these community conversations led by Kofani Stevens, our deputy mayor. And I'm sorry to report that we maxed out at 17 people.
Wow.
So people have, you know, we talk about engagement, but if the city needs, and the city acknowledges this at the meeting, they need to do better at letting people know we're having these events. They need to be live streamed by somebody great like you who really gets the information out to the people. And we need to encourage attendance because it's the same, you know, 8, 9 people who show up.
Yeah. I've heard that. I heard about that before. Also, with the, you know, that maybe people aren't hearing about, you know, things like that. You know, community conversations, more or less, where people are kind of learning.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're relying. They're relying on Facebook for virtually all of their communication. And there's just some statistics in Pontiac about the digital divide. Our seniors aren't on Facebook in the numbers that we wish they were. And you can't count on Facebook as your primary means of communication with the community.
What would be your solution then? What would you say?
Well, you know, in the old days, and remember, we've talked before, I'm old school, you know, I'm an old guy. We had, you know, various mechanisms in the city. We had, if you remember at Auburn and WYAC, there was a zipper sign. There was an electronic, you know, sign that informed people of city events. Back before they tore the crosswalk down between Webster and this, what I call the wrong side of Huron, the north side, and the south side of Huron, there was a bridge. And they used to hang banners from the bridge, alerting people of upcoming community events. We need a community kiosk, some sort of system that gets the word out to people.
That's it. You know what? You know, Brad, I forgot totally about that, but you're absolutely right. Well, that's one of the things that the Phoenix Center had. Remember, they had, if there was an event or something coming up, they did have the electronic sign, and everybody really has to pass up under that, you know, or pass by it. Exactly. Right. If you recall, Asante, that we sold the rights, and our planning commission did this, and I'll name names and point fingers another time, but we gave the rights to St. Joseph's Hospital to build one of the only overpasses over the M1 corridor at Woodward. There are very few places that you have a bridge going over Woodward if you go all the way up from Detroit to here. But we did so without requiring them to have a Welcome to Pontiac sign going across it. Wow. Okay. We did so without allowing for a viewing stand for the Dream Cruise should have been above that walkway. Yeah. We're so short. So I love your enthusiasm for the city. I really do. You're a wonderful asset to the city, but we're not holding our current officials, our current commissioners accountable in a way that is going to bring the city up, and people have got to get engaged. And I'm with you when it comes to an engagement. Honestly, engagement is the main engagement is the main thing, no matter what. You know what I'm saying? You got to have people coming to the, to the meetings. You got to let people know what's going on so they can be able to be a part of the decision-making process. You don't want decisions to be made and then people say, hey, we didn't even know it was a decision to be made. You know what I mean? So it's like, you don't want that. So engagement has to be paramount, really, and it has to be a better job done with that. And like I say, that, and I'm hoping, to be a part of the help. You know what I mean? If I may be able to do that in the small part that I can to help, because I don't know a lot of things that be going on. You know what I mean? Until the last minute. So
of course, how can any one person? We have to work as a group. We have wonderful people like I don't know if you're aware of Councilwoman Megan Shramsky. She was the former councilperson for District 2. She has an amazing page called Citizen Megs, and it's just about Pontiac.
Okay.
And a lot of Pontiac leaders and movers and shakers log onto her page every day to find out what's going on in Pontiac.
Who's the lady you're talking about?
Her name was Megan is Megan Shramsky, MEGAN.
Okay.
Megan
Transu. Okay. Okay.
Shramsky.
Oh, okay.
Not Transu, Shramsky. Okay. Rhymes with Shramsky. It doesn't rhyme with anything else.
Right. Okay.
And she has this amazing Facebook page, and it's curated. She just puts up things that are within certain parameters and are about the city, and she tries to guide people to being more informed. And a lot of people, council people, log onto her page almost every day. She sees it. She'll call me and say, "Oh, I have 3 council people checked out my page to find out what's going on in their own city."
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, so we just need to up our game. And the other thing I want to say, write-ins rule. We need write-ins. We need people to challenge our current, that we're moving to an election with people just not having, incumbents not having a challenger. Mm-hmm. We need to get a Latin representation on the council.
Right.
We need somebody who, one person who understands Spanish would be a great breakthrough for the city, and I'm committed to that. And the last thing I'll say is, like I just say, write-ins rule, and power to the people. You have a good day, buddy.
Hey, take it easy, Brett, and you're always a friend of the show. Call in anytime.
Okay, thank you so much. I really.
Hey, everybody, that was Brett, as he called himself. Reynolds, Brett Reynolds. But no, honestly, what PB just said right there, only around 8K voted in the last election in the primary situation that just passed. So got to get that up, you know what I mean? Like I think somebody put almost 1%, basically 1%, a little bit over 1% voted in this way. But, that's a countrywide thing too. Also, like every city, almost every city, you know what I mean? The population is down on voting. And it's only really the whole let me see, who does Hood Billy, what do you say, Hood Billy say, I am watching a phone conversation, or are you going to interact with your audience? Mike, so Hood Billy, what's your real name? I like real names, Hood Billy. Like, and I get where you coming from, Hood Billy. I would, show you. Hood Billy is on. I don't know. I know you guys can't see. He's on not on Facebook. He's on YouTube, and he's putting comments, and I'm trying to be positive this morning, brother. So you know what I'm saying. Like I know you. Just you know what I mean? I don't really know what you kind of getting at. You know what I'm saying? Everything you're saying is kind of this is basically what I was talking about. You know what I mean? Everything you said. So, I mean, you could call in if you like. Let me know what you're saying. And, you could talk, we can, but, it's not about really trying to have an argumentative type of situation this morning. It's about trying to, look at the day in an optimistic way. But Brett made a lot of good points about, I think the main thing is the engagement. And I think I think, and that's one of the things that the city of Pontiac is doing. Also with Phil Brown, which is he's part or ahead of the video communications situation down in the city of Pontiac, is trying his best with doing, the engagement and helping doing departmental type of things, videos and situations where people know what the each department is doing or up to and their contribution to the uplift of the city, and how those things are. So people are trying to do, but like I say, it's a cumulative effort, and I like I say, being a part of helping out with the city, and also being born and raised there. Just trying to make the best become helping the best come out. But like I said, I'm just super happy and looking forward to what's going on. We can't always look at things half empty. We look at it like that all the time, and it's hard to look at your community sometimes and be like, ain't nothing going on there. This ain't this and this and that. But I see that some new things are coming. I'm looking forward to what's coming, especially downtown, and hopefully those things are going to spread. Hey, what's up, Don? Hopefully those things going to spread throughout the community. What's up, Don? Throughout the community. I think downtown is just one of the biggest things that's going to be happening, but there's also going to spread. I believe new life and new blood will come in. I appreciate the county coming in and doing what their part is. And, everybody has a vested interest. You know what I'm saying? So whatever their interest is what their interest is. You know what I mean? But I really believe that downtown is doing, the people that's involved, again, I think that, like I say, we got to move forward and look forward. We got to look forward and at what the future is going to be bringing. And I appreciate everybody that's a part of this, this push moving forward. Councilwoman Melanie Rutherford, like I said, she is the councilwoman for that for downtown, or this downtown is in her district more or less, and she's doing an outstanding job. And I believe this council, like I said, there's so much to complain about. We got to find the positive, you know what I mean, and things. We can't always. There's 100% things to go ahead and complain about. They're always going to be. But let's look at the positive and the strides that has happened. Like a lot of people, like I say, usually they look at the last administration and say X, Y, and Z and Dr. Waterman, this, blah, blah, blah. But she did a lot of positive too. Yeah, it was some bad things, and we focus on those things. But what happened while she was here? What came? You know what I mean? And like I say, and I ain't pushing everything up under the rug, but what I'm saying is there's a lot of good things, and we don't focus on those things, Also, there needs to be change, and we get that. But I believe, everything is a work in process, or in progress. So what's going on downtown, I really appreciate it. That's why I wanted to highlight that this morning and talk about that. Oh, we got Miss Melanie Rutherford. I didn't see the comment. Well, the phone number is 248-905-1128, 248-905-1128. Please call in Miss Melanie Rutherford, District 1 Councilwoman. She should be probably calling in a second. So let's pull up her picture while she's probably going to call. But yeah, 248-905-1128, 248-905-1128. I think it's a good thing. I'm excited. I just be praying, like, Lord, just let me be able to be here. Let me be able to contribute, you know what I'm saying, in the way that I can. I never try to go a little bit beyond than what I can do, but, just let me contribute in the way that I can. And I'm just excited about it. So, I just so happen to try to be looking at things in a positive way, y'all. I think it's so much negative too that we can really focus on. But you got to focus on the outcome that you want. Address the problems that there are, but focus on, but put your focus on, what we can change immediately. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes focus on the positive will have that effect that will offspring on the negative and fix that problem. It's almost like health. You know what I'm saying? If you having, heart problems, you know what I mean? Then you do a little exercise and working out, that might fix your weight problem. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you just gotta focus on what you can focus on right away, and then it offsets the other problems in your life. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm saying. You know, let's focus on and not be ignorant about what's not right. But if we can focus on what we can fix and make an immediately impact and XYZ, maybe they'll offshoot and create, you know, opportunities to correct some of the mishaps. But yeah, I just want Pontiac to be able to compete with the surrounding neighbors, because if we are the heart and the heartbeat of Oakland County, we should damn sure look like it downtown. And that's what I'm excited for. Especially, like I said, I went to the Rural Dream Cruise and I was you keep calling. Okay, hold on one second, man. Let's see, it ain't go through. Let's make sure we gotta make sure you able to call in here. Hold on one second, make sure that this is the phone is right for you. We can't miss your call. Yep, go ahead and call 248-905-1128. Or if I'll probably just call you. Let's see real quick. I'm about to call you. Better yet, we about to call Councilwoman Melanie Rutherford right now, because she's trying to call in, but it won't go through.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
All right, I just tried to call you. So the phone is working. I got the red phone waiting on you. Let me try it again. Call him. There we go.
What up, though?
There you go. I don't know what's wrong with your phone.
Man, it's because, you know, I'm on this no money having job.
Right.
Good morning. What's happening?
Hey, I was just highlighting what was going on yesterday. I saw the interview and I saw, you know, the Channel 7. What's up?
Well, what's happening is that Pontiac is changing and it's scaring folks, and I get it. I get change is always hard, you know, and I get that people want to be a part of it, and so that's what I keep trying to do as a council person, as a human being, just the experience, what I've experienced, the good, the bad, and the indifference. And I know people are fearful, and there are so many people that don't want to see this happen because they feel like they're going to get left out, and I can assure you they're not going to get left out. We have been at the table since the beginning, and I'm proud of that. And we keep being at the table, even when it's uncomfortable, even when we're talked about, even when we're told we're not doing a good job, we still show up. And that's the council that I'm proud of. You know, I think it's so important that the city sees us united in trying to push the city forward, united in getting the MLK bridge fixed, united in making sure that black and brown business owners who want to be a part of the resurrection of downtown are a part of it. And that's it. It starts with these type of conversations, and it starts with people just getting beyond their fears and just having a real conversation. So, you know.
Well, listen, I'd like to, you know, like I said, thank you for your part that you're playing in this whole revitalization. And this is one of the things, I'm not going to keep you long because I know you're a busy lady, but one of the things, like I said, I was really disappointed, I ain't going to say really disappointed, but when I went to hang out downtown, I'm just keep it real, when I went to go hang out downtown on the Woodward Dream Cruise, I didn't feel that that people were down there like they should be, and I'm tired of that. And I really think that bringing this revitalization, this is what it's for, to start bringing people back downtown.
Yeah, it's a game changer. Let me tell you something. Rose Spit did an amazing 6-hour show.
Yeah, he did.
Amazing. And it was like 40 people there until like the last 2 hours, and then everybody came. And we as a community got to keep pushing the positive. We know that there are things being said. We know that there are rumors. It's a rumor. It's election time. But if you look at the totality of what this council, because I can only speak on this council, has accomplished for the city, Nobody can deny it.
Right.
You can't. You can hate. You can not like me, right? Because, it's always somebody that got something to say about me myself. And I get it. I'm controversial. However, you can't say we're not doing the job to put Pontiac first. Put Pontiac people first. You may not like the delivery. Like I tell everybody, if you look for somebody perfect, I'm not the person you want to talk to. But if you're looking for somebody that's going to fight for Pontiac to the death, that's me. That's this council. And even though I don't always agree with, the administration, I can say they trying.
They trying.
They don't always get it right, but they trying. But you have people who don't even live here, who start smear pages against the city because they're upset because when it was their season in leadership, what did they do? And I ain't taking jabs. I'm just keeping it a buck. And the difference is, with even me and everybody else, we deal with ourselves. None of us are perfect, but the city downtown can change when we change.
Right.
We set the tone.
Yeah. Hey, well, listen, at the end of the day, change is inevitable and it's coming. So you better get ready. You better get ready and get used to it, because it ain't like they about to rebuild the Phoenix Center. You know what I'm saying? It's over.
Listen, it's over. They be mad. Listen, they so mad because they want us to. So I promise you, I'm gonna leave it like this. Listen, many are called, but few are chosen.
Right.
And in this season, we were chosen. You ain't gotta like it, but God don't let nothing happen in this city unless you want it to.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
True.
So to God be the glory. I pray for these people so that they find, hope. Because Pontiac is like the Phoenix. We always rise to the top.
Right.
And we, remember the word we, not male, not council, we. And we just got to stop letting fear, handicap us.
Right. Yep. Can't let that happen. Thanks for calling in, man. I'm going to get with you offline real soon. Real soon. I'm going to get with you offline. All right.
Peace.
Bye-bye.
Peace.
That was Councilwoman Melanie Rutherford of District 1, just calling in. And like I say, we're going to end out here before the 10 o'clock hour. I just wanted to, come on this morning. And honestly, I think I got a little bit good feedback. I got some, hey, Hood Billy, you tripping. Like, I'm watching your comments like, hey, yo, man, I kind of, I like your interaction, even though it's wild. I ain't mad at you. Believe that, Hood Billy. That's what I think it's called. You call it. But I appreciate your interaction, man. Honestly, I'm gonna come back Monday morning, and God willing, I'm gonna try to do this. I would like to get up and do this every morning. I like to do this every morning, you know what I'm saying? But Hood Billy, I even though you wilding in the comments, I can't put your comments up, man. I could, but I don't want to. You know what I mean? I like to talk to you though. So maybe Monday morning, Hood Billy, give me a comment I could put up right now, because I don't want to be too okay. Give me a comment I could put up real quick so the people know who Hood Billy is, and you coming on YouTube right now. You wilding. I ain't mad at you, but maybe Monday you can. But I want to talk about some things concerning Pontiac Fires. I'm gonna be on here Monday morning and Tuesday, God willing. I want to talk about maybe the council meetings. I want to talk about also the DPW building, or the Pontiac Central Old building. Some other stuff that's going on. Pontiac High School football season coming up. So yeah, I could put that comment up. Let's say Hood Billy on YouTube tripping, bro. He on YouTube tripping, but hey, it's all good. Jolly Car Wash on Perry. All right, bet. So we are going to get ready to, to log out, and I hope you guys have a wonderful Friday. We made it to the weekend. I got a busy weekend. Got work to do, so I'm going to be trying to get all that taken care of. Got some live streams to do. Tomorrow, tune in to Be in the Driver's Seat with Regina Woodard, the Queen of Carlones, and Dr. T. Teresa Moore. Come on at 8 o'clock every Saturday. They have a couple of guests in the studio that will be coming in, and they will be, giving you news you can use. Also, Sunday, we have the Rising Stars podcast that's going to be coming up at 6:30 to 8, pretty much. And they're talking about high school football in the Oakland, all around, the state of Michigan, but more or less, talking about the top 10, the top athletes. These guys help kids get into college, mentorship, and they do a lot of their camps every week at United Wholesale Mortgage Sports Facility. Reginald Wins, Pontiac native, great athlete, Pontiac Northern, All-American. You know what I'm saying? So he does a podcast on Sunday. So with that being said, y'all, thanks for tuning in. Look, at the end of the day, there's a lot of stuff but change is coming. I'm praying that I'm able to be here and be active and be able to go ahead and give my contribution to things once things start to really change downtown. They taking form. I'm gonna go down there and get some more pictures, maybe of the construction or whatever. But they getting the job, they getting the work done. So everybody's welcome to call in. Everybody's welcome to call in. Even if you got opposing viewpoints, we ain't always got to agree. Just be respectful. That's all. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing wrong with disagreeing, because I disagree with a lot of stuff. It's just that, some people don't know how to be disagreeable. I'll be honest with you. Like, I got some real different political views, like real different, staunch different from most of the people that I know. But, those my views. You know what I mean? And I can accept yours, just accept mine. You know what I mean? All right, you guys. So with that being said, I am out of here. Y'all have a good one. Happy Friday. Great weekend. Y'all gonna see me this weekend anyway, and in the evening. I'm probably come on. But this morning thing, I'm gonna be, start doing this. Peace.